You are now listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Andy podcast.
My perception is you're a bad dog owner.
Dude, can I start the podcast first? Welcome to Ride With Me, episode 56. Today is June 19, 2021, and it sounds like the podcast already started. You freaking said it at the perfect timing that the microphone started recording. I'm leaving that on, bro.
All right, we're going with it. And we're live. All right.
Here we go. Now you're throwing stabs at everybody, aren't you?
I'm throwing jabs at everybody, left, right, like Mike Tyson, dude. What's going on? Where you at, Officer Ricky? I'm on here. We're tied.
So, for those of you that are keeping up, obviously you can tell Paul wants to have the number one slot on most guest appearances.
Nah, I don't want to have the number one slot. I just want to keep Officer Ricky on his toes. So he's like, God damn, I got to get on the podcast. Let me think of a topic. Let me get on there.
He wanted to come for today's podcast, but he's too hungover.
Yeah, see, because he was too busy focused on what he was doing.
So a podcast wasn't a priority.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Officer Ricky.
Yeah. See?
Now everybody's going to think of you as a douchebag friend.
Damn, dude. I made it a priority to be here, dude. I even flew back.
Dude, you were outside freaking before I even text you.
Yeah, I was going to joke with you, too. Oh, man, I can't make it. Sorry. I always do that. So.
Speaking of flying, how has it been the last 2 months in Texas?
It's what I always remembered. I love it. We're open, dude. It's nothing, bro. Like, there's no COVID. There people walking out with no mascaras. They're like, what's this? Now the governor passed a law to where if anybody asks you for your verification of vaccine, they are not allow you to ask for that.
So you're not allowed to. They're not allowed to ask you for the card.
Yeah, because his theory is, well, they're not asking you for proof of a flu shot. They're not asking you for proof for your hepatitis shots and all that while you're getting a job. Why are they going to ask you for a vaccine verification? I
saw a video the other day that was like, why am I not wearing a mask? Oh, yeah, because I'm in Texas. Dick.
It's not that. I kind of look at the states kind of like the four horsemen of how the country's going to be run. You got the big guys, Texas and Florida on their own. Then you got Texas, you got California and New York on the other side. So you're going to see how things are going to roll because of, of these four states. And you're going to see how they navigate. Okay, follow suit. Like, Gavin Newsom said, it was how do you say it? I can't even say the word negligent of Governor Abbott for opening the state up. And, he feels sorry for us. But now what is he doing? He's opening it up. He gave you a definitive date, what people always wanted. June 15th.
And he said that like 2-3 months ago, right?
Yeah, I said it 2-3 months ago when he said his perception of Texas was we're reckless, we're this, we're that. But now since he's under fire and he's coming under recall, guess what? I'm gonna give him a definitive date. We're opening up. So
didn't he say his money coming our way too?
Not for me, bro. I moved out, so I'm good. I'm golden.
I can use more podcast material, more podcast equipment.
But just be careful. That all that free money comes with a price.
Oh, I know, dude. My taxes were my tax return usually is about $8,000.
Yeah,
I got one.
Hey, dude,
that's cool. But the way I see it, I got my money throughout the year, so I'm not tripping.
No, man, they're gonna come for it, dude. They're gonna come for it.
It's what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Ni modo. Worst case scenario, leave the wife and kids, go to Texas. You need a roommate?
Well, it's a big enough ranch, dude. We're cool.
Let's go.
We have 4. We're building the 5th house right now.
Damn.
It's 262 acres.
Well, like I said, I can use more podcast equipment.
Yeah.
I showed the wife. I'm like, hey, babe. So see my little recorder here?
Yeah.
Yeah. It only sets up for 2 microphones, and if you notice, I have 4. She's like, but don't you have a splitter that makes all 4 work? Yeah.
Yeah, but the quality would be better if there was a recorder with 4 outlets instead of having to use a splitter, because that splitter can cause things to either backfeed or.
Well, that's what she said. She's like, well, she didn't say that, but she said, Go ahead, babe. Buy it. You have an expensive hobby. Go ahead. So I'm thinking about it. Right now, it's just us two. Man, I don't need four.
Shit, my expensive hobby is cycling. That's
Freaking feeling it, bro. I'm feeling it, man. It's just like it's been sitting. My bike's been sitting there. The last time I rode my bike was actually back in October with Officer Ricky.
Yeah.
And we were on in Big Bear, and freaking guy, we noticed while we were riding the bike that my wife's bike, because he used my wife's bike, that the gears, the tension cable was broken. So he had no tension. He had nothing to switch the gears to a lower gear, softer gear, whatever. And we were dying because I wasn't gonna leave him behind, and we were freaking dying. So yesterday I took my bike for the first time, and freaking I was supposed to only just go to the where the bike trail's at, and then I saw the freaking El Monte Bridge. Oh, let me go to El Monte Bridge. There's one more bridge. There's the 605 bridge.
Yeah.
I'll come back at the 605 bridge. The dam's only 10 more minutes away. So I made it all the way to the dam.
So you took the whole trail all the way up.
All the way to yeah.
Yeah, you do realize if you're not paying attention to it, it's all uphill.
On the way there.
On the way there, it's all uphill.
Yes. So, my legs are killing me, dude. My whole body feels like I got hit by a bus, dude.
Yeah. I remember my first time getting back on the bike after, I would have to say, probably about a good 10 years. Finally got back on it. And, dude, honestly, the first day I rode 3 miles and my legs were on fire. But then some guy saw me out there and he says, come by my bike shop real quick and I'll adjust your bike for you, because he knew I bought it from him.
Okay.
So he saw me on the road and he saw me how I was riding, and he was like, no, bring it to the shop. And I was like, okay. It was like getting fitted for a suit, dude. He sat me on there, told me to put on my shoes, because I have clip-in shoes. So if that bike's going down, I'm going down with it.
Okay.
So other people have regular pedals. So those pedals, you could take your foot off and hit the.
Yeah.
Me, no. I'm fucking going with the bike, dude.
I did eat shit yesterday though. I was playing on my phone, trying to find the GPS to see where I'm going, and I don't pay attention that I'm coming to the edge of the bike path.
Yeah.
So I get stuck within the dirt and the cement of the black top, whatever, and I can't turn. I fucking fell. Nothing happened though. My arms are okay. My hands are fine.
There's an app called Starva that actually records and actually shows you routes, shows you all that. So if you're gonna get into the biking, you should do that.
Right now, I just plan on just making it to the dam. Wow. And that's why the wife and kids hate going on a bike ride with me, because I'll say, just right here. Just right here. Yesterday a 2-mile bike ride ended up being 12.
Oh, dude, I was going to bring my bike today, so after this, let's go see how this
have fun, because I ain't going.
One of your faithful receivers, I'm going to be on a bike ride with him later, and
I like that kid. He doesn't cut my shit.
But we do 30-40 mile rides,
dude. I see you guys' snap. I see his, well, not yours. You guys start off at the dam and then be in Whittier, and that's 20-30 mile bike rides.
Yeah,
you guys might as well just make it to the beach.
Well, they do the beach ride. So they live right here off of Valley. So what they do is they catch the trail and they ride all the way to Long Beach and back, or sometimes they'll ride to Long Beach, and you could catch PCH right there. And if you ride PCH all the way to where it's going to become after Huntington, before Newport, there's another bike trail, Santa Ana bike trail, and that one takes you all the way back up into La Habra, La Mirada. Then from there, you just ride the streets back home. And there's another one that takes you all the way out to Corona. There's another one that takes you all the way out to San Bernardino. Yeah, dude, I've only done the 60-mile one. I haven't done the 100-mile one. They do centuries.
Yeah.
So they'll get up on a Saturday. But the thing is, I look at it as I don't have 5 hours or 6 hours of my day dedicated to ride. Me, 2-3 hours tops. 2-hour ride, that's good for me. But they just go, man. Those guys are beasts.
Even like yesterday, like I said, only supposed to go to the entrance of the bike trail,
yeah.
and then the wife hits me up. Where the hell you at? It's getting dark outside. And babe, I'm in the garage. And she's like, when did you get back? Like 2 minutes ago. Like, she was on her phone and got distracted and then realized, oh shit, it's dark outside. Where the hell's this guy at? And you know, La Puente's not a safe place.
Nah, especially you're riding down Valley. I wouldn't have rode it down Valley.
Yeah, I know. But or how else am I supposed to get to the bike trail?
I don't know. Dude.
Exactly. Don't come at me with, give me a solution instead of problems or whatever.
Hey, I'm not your sales boss, dude.
But yeah, she hit me up and I'm like, babe, I'm in the garage. And she's, oh, okay. They're like, fuck, you didn't say anything. I'm like, did you not keep an eye on my Snapchats? I was keeping you up to date on my Snapchats.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like I said, it was fun. I just feel it right now.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I feel it right now.
And also, like I was talking to you, is when I went to the bike shop, they fitted me, but they fitted to where they adjusted the seat, they adjusted the height of it, everything to where when I ride, I don't really feel a lot of pain. Because he asked me too, he's like, dude, where do you feel the pain at? And I was like, oh, my knees and like the lower part of my leg. And he's like, yeah, because your seat's too low. And he adjusted it and he did all his things. And then now, dude, when I ride, dude, it's just my whole legs that work. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, dude, because you're gonna end up blowing out your knee if it's too low, if you feel the pain. He's all, but then also if you haven't ridden a bike for so long, it's when you feel that pain, it's your muscle stretching out.
You also have the actual like long distance bike, right?
Road
what
bike.
Do they call it?
Yeah.
Road bikes, right?
Road bike.
Mine's a mountain bike, dude.
I do have, the same thing with mountain bikes too.
Yeah?
You have to adjust the seat. I have a mountain bike too that I ride the hills like Big Bear and stuff. Same thing, I adjust the seat to where it's for me, because when you start climbing up those hills, you want all your leg to do the work, not just your knee and that lower like quad muscle doing the work, because then that's only built up. Then you're going to end up...
Yeah, because I think you're right. I think you're right. No, I don't say I think. You are right, because yesterday when I was riding, there was parts where I needed to stand up and ride it, you know, compared to sitting down. And maybe I should take my bike to your buddy and see if we can fix the wife's and then adjust mine.
Yeah, it's Irwindale Cycles.
Yeah, maybe you can help me take it over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can take it over there.
I can take it over
there. Yeah, maybe
you
can even pay for it.
Yeah, okay. Well, your money bags. You're the one buying people Starbucks.
I haven't done that in a while, bro. I didn't even get Starbucks today, bro. I'm drinking freaking... it's funny because you spoil us when you come over here.
Okay.
The wife's like, is Paul bringing Starbucks in the morning? I'm like, most likely. No, he didn't.
Oh, my
No,
bad.
he didn't. What a douche.
I only brought this carbonated drink that reminds me of a Monster. So, yes.
The devil's symbol right there?
The devil's symbols.
It's so stupid. I saw that video.
Well, we could actually go into detail on that.
I saw the video where she goes into details. I've seen the... It's all right, dude.
I've read the scripture on how this 666 came about, so... We could dive down that rabbit hole.
You always come in here and talk politics. Where I said that since day one, no politics. And I also said no religious stuff.
Yeah.
Religion.
Well,
You're not pushing. We don't push it. I'm not gonna be here and say you need to be Catholic or you need to be this or you need to be that. But I don't really want to get into the whole 666 bullshit. Just tell me what scripture it's on. Tell me that book. I have a couple books somewhere. Tell me where it's at, and I'll check it out later.
Okay, good. No problem. Because people's perception is the monsters labels the mark of the beast. So I'm like, all right, well.
I don't drink energy drinks, not because of that. I'm not a fan of them.
Why not?
The last time I had one of those little black cans was with Jaeger.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
You know what? It's funny because I think back in like 90, 98, 99, when they were barely coming out.
Yeah.
I used to have friends in the military and all that. All they would drink is like fucking Red Bulls and all this shit. But then when I was coming out with this one around, they were looking at me like, what is that one? I go, oh yeah, it just came out, dude. It's pretty good. I go, I think it's a little bit better than Red Bull. Everybody's like, oh man, yeah, I can definitely feel the difference, blah blah blah. And I'm just looking at
the same
like,
bullshit.
It's the same shit, dude. Just bigger can. They're like, oh my god, I got more energy, and I'm just like, that's the placebo effect.
It's your cabeza, bro. It's just.
But what I did when I started reading the labels and all that, the smaller Red Bull has more caffeine than the bigger Monster.
What did you know that Mountain Dew, for being a light color soda, has more caffeine than a Coke?
It's the sugar.
Or the sugar?
It's more sugar.
Yeah.
Because I used to see the guys when I would merchandise the night crews just drinking like 2 liters of Mountain Dew. And they're like, oh, it has more caffeine. I was like, no, it's not because it's the sugar. It's the sugar. And that's what gets you going. I go, then later, you're just going to crash hard. You're just going to be like,
Those, when they came out with the little energy drinks, the Mountain Dew energy drinks.
Yeah.
That was like, what, 8 years ago? Maybe? Yeah, because
10 years ago.
Because I remember drinking those on the way to El Paso when my grandpa was about to pass away. We drove to El Paso and I'm drinking. That's what all I'm drinking. Because we left at night. I'm like, I don't want to get stuck in traffic. Left at night, so my teeth were hurting the next day, bro. Those things are bad. That's another reason why I don't drink energy drinks.
Well, yeah, because it's your enamel.
The way back, she's like, babe, what are you gonna do to keep awake? I'm like, well, I'm gonna drink them. I still have some, but I'm gonna use a straw this time because it was bad.
You know what's funny? Because I ride with a guy, and what he told me to do after a long ride and whatever, so you feel relaxed the next day, is drink a cup of coffee before bed. Most people look at me like, what the hell, dude? Why are you doing that? I'll be awake all night long. But the thing is, it takes 45 minutes for caffeine to kick in. So the reason why you're staying up is because of your own mind telling you like, oh crap, I just drank coffee. Then they start thinking. Then next thing you know, the coffee finally did kick in.
And that's it.
And they're up for the rest of the night.
The wife's the same way. She can drink coffee and still go to sleep.
Yeah.
So
what it does is it relaxes the body, increases the blood flow to all the muscles that are sore, and then when that's going on while you're sleeping, you wake up like, all right, cool, like I feel a lot better.
So now we've had education, Paul, on here.
No, man, these are just what people taught me, man, and I'm like, all right, but it doesn't work for everybody.
Well, that's right. You were in the military. You did do some stuff in the military that us normal people don't do.
Yeah,
I think you told me one in the beginning that I still do. I have, but then again, I don't remember what the fuck that is. So maybe I don't. There was something you said in the beginning about what you do about sleeping or some shit like that, and it helps you. But I forgot the water. Maybe the water. I think it was the water.
I drink a gallon of water at least try to drink a gallon of water every day. Also helps out with your blood pressure. Drink a gallon of water every day, you can lower your blood pressure.
That was fucking driving me crazy. I know there's an advice that you gave me about it, like in the first podcast appearance. Wow. That I'm drawing a blank. It'll come to me. But now, the reason why you're here, since we've been bullshitting for 20 minutes, 18 minutes.
Most people will probably like that because they don't believe with my ideologies and stuff like that.
I've gotten some people telling me, hey, I can't listen to your buddy Paul, and I can't listen to your buddy Roger, I can't listen to your buddy Chris. Hey man, at first, yes, I took into consideration what people thought of the podcast, and I would be like, fuck, maybe I'll change that, maybe I'll change this. I mean, I got to do this, I got to do that. But now, like, I wasn't swearing at first. Remember I told in the beginning, hey, easy on the bad words. And then it just happens. It's just like, and then I was very cautious of what I said. I wouldn't say certain brands. I wouldn't say name companies. I wouldn't say stuff. But then as I get more into the podcast, I'm Googling more. I'm looking at more. Okay, you can say Monster Energy drink as long as you don't give them false advertisement. As long as you don't say something false about the company, you're fine.
Yeah.
You can say something about Target. As long as you're not saying nothing bad about them, you're fine. No one's going to sue you for technically giving them publicity.
Well, technically publicity, and you're not slandering them or promoting them in a like you're saying, the falsehood.
So then it's like, okay, then I've listened to Big Star podcasts, and they're swearing, they're saying bad words. I'm like, okay, well, maybe
was that the truckers?
No.
Well, dude,
They listen, bro. They listen, bro.
Yeah,
We're talking like Joe Rogan.
okay.
He throws in some bad words here and there. Then I'm like, okay. I mean, it's just I felt I did more mistakes recording a podcast when I'm trying to catch myself saying certain things. So if I'm like the editing part, the very first episode, bro, took me 4 hours to edit because I was dictating everything that was said.
Well, that's also your OCD.
My LCD. There's a part where Roger said, "My mom's fucking umbrella."
Yeah.
Right? You don't hear fucking, because I mastered the very first day to remove that entire word. So then you hear my mom's umbrella.
Yeah.
In the beginning, them dogs barking in the background, I would delete.
Mm-hmm.
The train going by, I would delete. I would have my guests, hold on, dude, just hold on. And the train could be going for like 5 minutes and the audio's just running. There was one time when Ricky was here and there was a fly in the garage. So I'm like, fucking fly, and we're chasing the fly. There goes 5 minutes of audio just recording of us chasing a fly. You hear the garage door open. You hear,
Yeah.
I think we got him. 2 minutes later, that fucking fly comes back.
well, the thing is I remember the first podcast because I was one of those guys that would text you like, yeah, you know what, like I don't have them on there, like don't
have this, don't do that.
Yeah, don't have him, don't have that, like don't do this, don't do that, because I listen to a lot of other podcasts and this is what they do, but I think you're upholding your convictions on what you believed in, because you know what. Like people's perception of you is, he's clean cut. Well, not clean cut. He's, how to say it in nice words. He's a goody two shoes.
I'm a goody two shoes.
Yeah, you're a goody two shoes. You're not going to be that person.
I put them off. That's why he's laughing. Eventually, we're gonna go TikTok live while we're recording.
Okay.
Eventually.
Okay, but that's the perception, and just be honest. It's you are a family man. You are a guy who, honestly, dude, if we go out in the field working with you, you don't cuss whatsoever. You don't do any.
You know
of that.
what's funny? I tripped out on the fact that the radio show, Valentine in the Morning, they're like, hey, we were given the green light to bring in someone else. Like, we can have someone else here working with us and doing this and getting to know you and have the listeners get to know this new person, blah, blah. Like, dude, that's me. But then I thought about it. It's like, dude, my grammar's not all that great. Sometimes when I'm speaking, the wrong word comes out. And then what if I cuss? Then I'm like, but then again, like you just said, I know my surroundings.
Yeah,
because I when I'm editing my podcast, depending on the individual that's here, I can tell where I can sound more ghetto because of the person, or I can sound more polite, be more educated, depending on the person that's here. Roger's here, I'm fucking ghetto as fuck. No offense. I'm just using him as an example.
Yeah.
But then, like, you have a seniority. Come on, like Uncle Roy. I sound more professional, more like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because it comes with the job we're in, because we deal with so many personalities that we have to become a chameleon.
Multiple people.
No, we're a chameleon.
Yeah.
I always say we're chameleons. So we know how to navigate. We know how to, oh, crap, we can't be this way. We can't be this way. But it sucks for our significant others, because when we come home, we're so drained. We are pretty much pricks. We are pricks, because we take all of our frustrations, because that guy earlier today yelling at us because of whatever post off or whatever this, whatever that, we couldn't yell at him because we had to walk out.
Speaking of that.
Yeah, we have to walk out. And when we come home, the lady is going to get the blunt end of it, like, fuck this, fuck that. Or some guys take up drinking and, going out with the guys and drink. Like what we used to do with Scotty, when we just meet at the pub and we just talk it out.
And that's the thing I don't have. And that's why I think maybe the podcast is what's been helping me, because I don't do that. I don't. Yeah. That day that I hung out with you guys, you and your friends, before you moved out, but went to Texas, dude, I'm sipping on water.
Yeah.
And I see the difference when you guys having a beer and having a good time, blah, 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 and I'm just sipping on water, But then there comes a time where, okay, the wife's about to clock out. I got to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we don't, but the first thing is, I already know that's going to be you. That's not
Because you know me.
Yeah, we didn't push it on you. We were
No,
we left you alone. And,
Actually, you didn't even know I was going to show up.
yeah, I didn't know. But when you were there, I'm like, all right, cool. Enjoy your time. Just look how stupid we're going to be. And, and
But
it.
what you said about the chameleon thing and, you know, different personalities and different people, it's funny because my brother called me white a few weeks ago. He's like, "You're white." I'm like, "What, dude? I'm still Mexican." He goes, "No, you're white," meaning how I talk, how I present myself, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be white, but he's not saying it as an erase thing. He's just, I've gone a long way. Pretty much, I've come a long way. Is pretty much what he's trying to say. But so a few weeks ago, I walk into one of my accounts, and I've noticed that he has some out of code that I already gave him credit for.
Yeah.
Hey, but this is how I said it. Do me a favor. Look at your invoices, and if you were giving credit for these, you know, I toss them out or I pick them up. I take them back. Look and see if you were giving credit. I didn't say you were giving credit for these. I'm gonna take them.
Yeah.
You were giving credit for these. They got to go in the trash. That's not what I said. I said, do me a favor when you get a chance, check your invoice to ensure you got credit for these.
Yeah.
And but the owner wasn't there, so I told that to his son. A week later, I reminded them. A week goes by again, so now we're talking 3 weeks. We're talking 4 weeks when he got the credit to now, physically seeing the owner again, and he was showing me the invoice where I got credit, and I'm showing them on my system. But then again, they're old school and they want to see it on their own.
Yeah.
And I'm showing him on his own invoice where it says you were giving credit for 24 units of these, meaning a case for my listeners. You were giving credit for 12 units of this and 12 units of this. So that's a complete 48 units, meaning 2 cases.
Yeah.
Each 12-pack contains, each 6-pack contains six cans inside. So each can's a unit. So you were giving credit for 24 units, 12 and 12. Dude, I don't know what the hell happened because he wasn't comprehending, or he pretty much tried to screw us and said, okay, well, you guys fucked up, so now I'm going to keep them and I'm going to sell them to make more money. I don't know how. I'm trying to show him, and he's saying, no, I only got credit for one. No, it's not 1, it's 12. It's 12 units. And it got so heated, Paul, that I walked out of the store. Like, I covered my face. I'm trying to watch what comes out of my mouth next.
So, but the thing is, those guys see it as, well, I don't want to see units. I want to see the actual name, the pricing. I want to see that.
Which all that was on there.
Yeah.
And I physically, dude, went and showed him, look, 24 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm counting all the cans. And the thing is, the driver forgot to take all of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, like I said, what was pissing me off is that he was coming at me like if I was lying.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest pet peeve. Do not call me a liar when I'm showing you hard facts. I'm covering my face, Paul. I don't know what to do. I can't get 2 words out. I walk out of the store shaking. I am shaking.
Yeah.
Because this guy, and I'm trying to finish his order as fast as I can. So the last thing I say is, you're getting this many cases, and walk the fuck out.
Yeah.
But he keeps going. He keeps going. And I walk out. And remember, I used to walk around with a freaking little recorder. I was asked not to carry that recorder. For a situation like this, I could have used that recorder.
Yeah, you could.
Because luckily I didn't say anything stupid. I'm not going to get accused of something that I didn't say.
Yeah.
You know, that's what that little thing was for. All right, whatever. Fuck it. Okay. All right, Mr. Boss Man. You guys wanted me to call you. This is what happened. I gave him my story. This is what's happening. This is what's going on. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He sends a second supervisor in there to talk to the guy. Supervisor calls him back. He goes, I couldn't get 2 words to this guy. I told you.
Yeah.
It's not me. Okay? And blah, blah, blah. He got into it with the guy, whatever, blah, blah. I go a week later, bro, and I leave him usually I see him when he first opens, and hey, what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I left him to the end, bro.
Yeah.
I left him to the end. I'm not gonna allow somebody to ruin my day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. So I'm gonna leave him towards the end. fuck, I pull up at 145. His truck's still there. I'm like, fuck. All right. All right, here we go. You gotta fucking walk in there regardless. The fucking tail tucked between your ass, even if you were right.
Suck it up, bro.
I walk in. He said, "Oh, hey, Andres, you're kind of late today, but it's okay. It's okay." I'm like, "All right, let me go in the cooler." I kind of liked going in the afternoon because I had more time to kind of fill this box and freaking stock everything. And I think that's what makes me, bro. Because the normal somebody else would have said, "Fuck you, just do the order and not even fill his box for him," you know?
Yeah.
I filled the box, but by the time I got out of the cooler, he was gone.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. He leaves at 2 o'clock, so now I know. But, again, the boss wanted to know how to go. Dude, bipolar, bro. I walked in like nothing ever happened. He goes, all right, cool. I mean, so he goes, did you leave him to the end? I left him to the end on purpose. He goes, all right. I'm like, because if we run out of product, we run out of product. He's like, fucking great minds think alike.
Yeah, dude, but that's the thing is their perception is, you know what, since he didn't take it, I didn't get credit for this, so I'm gonna put it back on the shelf.
Yep.
So when you try to show him like, no, dude, you did and all that, he didn't see it as because he already took it. So honestly, his view of it was, you're screwing me over. Like, you're trying to screw me over.
But the point of that story was the fact that, like you said earlier, we come in, we take it out on the wives. Because I was able to call my boss.
Yeah, talk about it.
Tell him what happened. And then a few minutes later, I get a call from a second boss, and I was able to tell him what happened. I didn't hold that in and come home and be like, well, this fucking guy, blah, 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 you know, and take it out on her. There's days where I just want to be in the garage. Like, well, they're coming and checking on me. See, the fact that you're coming and checking on me, you're pissing me off. I need to be in here by myself. I need to get, like, if I'm staring at these microphones, that's fine, whatever. Because sales is fucking stressful.
Yeah, that's why I cycle, dude. Because the greatest testosterone killer is cardio. So that's why after I do all these long bike rides, the lady likes to go do things. Because when I get off of these rides, I leave everything out. I don't, I leave it all out on the road. I take out all my frustrations. And when I get home, I'm just clear.
Yeah, it felt good. You're right. It felt good.
You're clear because that's it. You just let it all. And like I always said, the greatest testosterone killer would be cardio. Because you leave it out there, then you're just more relaxed. You're good. You're recovering. You zone out. You see the world.
Or the dam. I don't know about the world, bro.
I do a lot of stuff. So, but then you go from there, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you touched on one thing. Is I've always noticed with you is if you call you a liar, you're gonna get pissed.
Oh yeah.
Well, a lot of people's perceptions with me is he's a liar. He's he talks this, he talks that. So I don't get mad about it, which I would say back in my day, I was a liar. I was a complete narcissist. I was a complete I was an ass, dude. I didn't care about anybody else but myself. But, like I said, now I started holding myself accountable. So I kind of started, I took a long, hard look at myself. Some may say, and I like to joke about it, you may not like my joke, is a come to Jesus moment.
What would Jesus do?
Yes, but it's funny because that's another thing of my perception is I have friends, they got back into church, they did this and but I've always told them, and I tell them to this day, you weren't saying anything when you were down in the dumps and you were doing the stuff that you were doing. You weren't blaming nobody, you were blaming only yourself. So in order to get yourself out of it, who had to do the work? Was it your faith or was it just you? Some would say it's a combination because you have to believe in it. At the end of the day, it's always going to be you. Because down the road, you're giving all these choices, but you chose to go this way and you created this mess. So now you're finally seeing the other side that you should have took to get yourself to this easier side. So it's kind of like it kind of contradicts you because you're going down, you're already given this path. You should have already taken it. So now when you finally realize, like, hey, when you have that accountability and you're looking at yourself like, damn it, I should have went this way. And you start doing it. So that's what I started doing. So I started taking pointers, like, okay, what should I do? So I used to have like little notes to myself. Try not to lie today. Don't lie. Don't lie. Don't, some will say like, oh, well, he did this to so-and-so, like one of your guests. Me and his sister were married together. We both lied to each other all the time. We both did our things to each other. It was vice versa. We divorced. So now his perception is,
you're a liar.
You're a liar. I never deliberately lied to him, never deliberately did anything towards him. It was what you did to my sister. Coming from my background and always being, oh, you're so-and-so's son. Yeah.
You're so-and-so's son. That means you're going to be just like her. I had a family member come over recently and he saw in the kitchen and he was like, dude, it's that sheet that I make every 5 months for my bills to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
He knew why that's there. He knew why that's there.
Yeah.
Then he kind of overheard Julian, the way he was talking to my wife, and he checked him. He's like, no, you don't talk to your mom like that. Why? Because he noticed how I was raised.
Yeah.
So it's like, nah, you don't talk to your mom like that. Which is the same thing that I reminded him, like, that's funny you did that and I appreciate you for doing that, because when I first came into this family, that is the very first thing I did. I checked people for the way they spoke to their mom.
Yeah.
So because of the way I was raised, people were going to have that perception.
You're going to be this way.
I'm going to be this way.
Yeah.
So now it's my goal to prove them wrong. And I think that's the reason why I hate certain things and why certain things piss me off. When my kids would come into the Walmart, people would be like, hey, on the fucking radio, dude, Andres, your little monsters are in the store. So my goal was to get that
perception
out. And now people are like, it's funny because the wife told him, hey, we're going to go to this wedding. I need you to be on your we need you to be on your best behavior. We're going to see a lot of family we haven't seen in a while.
They're good kids.
Exactly. Kids. And that's what I told her. Babe, don't tell them that. Because in front of people, they behave well. It's when they're home and it's just us four that they're fucking little assholes. In front of people. And yeah, dude, they sat the kids on a different table. My kids were the only real kids that went there. There wasn't really that many kids except for the kids that were in the wedding.
Yeah.
So they grouped all the kids together and dude, you can see them interacting with other people, and they were cool. That Nick would come up to my wife multiple. You need anything, Mom? You want to go get something? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah. The churro guy just got here. Can you give me some fucking churros? Like, well, we're asking Mom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and in front of family, obviously, in front of her cousins, in front of her brothers, you know what I mean? And they're like, holy shit! Like, these kids are nowhere close to being those monsters that they were 9 years ago.
Yeah. So the one thing I've learned, and I continue to say this, is the people who talk shit are just as fucked up as you, but they've done a great job at hiding it from you. So that's the whole reason why they talk shit, because we all been in those families where your tia would come, look at your kids,
Mm-hmm.
but then you're like, look at your damn grandkids, look at your own kids, and they're acting wild.
Like, for example, like you. Oh, be careful with that. When I first came out here and I learned that you were here, I was like it was a fucking familiar face. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Oh, be careful with Paul. He's a liar and blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, he's welcomed me with nothing but open arms. So I'm cool with that. I'm not going to cut ties with this person because he gave me what he told me about you. But, I'm cool with them and I'm cool with you. I'm cool with you. We have our certain bond, certain friendship.
Yeah.
The friendship that I have with that person is different. If you guys had a past, that's your guys' pedo.
You know what? It's funny. It's because I've never had a past because, even give, for instance, last year when this whole thing went down, I gave you a shout out because he's not going to talk to me because he has an issue with me. I gave you some things to say to him to let him know, like, hey, this is going to be happening. And if you want to go down that route, you may not have a job at the end of it. You know what? Sure enough.
You warned him.
Yeah.
You asked me to warn him. I felt that day you were being a bigger brother, which that's what you were at one point.
Yeah.
I felt you were being a bigger brother. To me, I was like, fuck, that's cool. That's awesome. But it blew out of proportion.
It blew out of proportion to where I got a side text, side thing saying, you know what, I worked my way up. And that's his own insecurities because I could say to this day, he wouldn't be in the job where he's at if I didn't get him the job. But he won't say that to people because he would be like, I don't know, it would kind of be hypocritical. In a way.
It's sometimes you have to have certain conversations with certain individuals. And it's like my boss says. And Ricky says it too. I give Ricky props because he says the same thing. When we have a family together, we have that's 20 individuals, 20 different mindsets.
Yeah.
Even though there were all 6 of them were raised by the same person, everyone has their different mindset, and you have their spouses who have their mindset.
Yeah,
so it's like it's different. So it's like where you have to have this conversation with a certain individual. It's like, hey man, it bothers you because you're not on this group chat with us. Well, this is why, you know, and it hurts. It's hurtful, but you maybe you gotta. You can't sound like an asshole all the time.
Yeah.
To everybody. Or you got to, word certain things. You have to do certain things. Or like, you're not a 15-year-old anymore. You're an adult now. You have to change kind of your way of thinking. Again, I've never been offended by the guy, by his way of thinking, whatever, but other people have.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can't put you in the same group text where you've offended other people.
Yeah, yeah.
And so, I love hanging out with the guy. Freaking, I hung out with multiple people all together. We were all in the same room.
Yeah.
Again, my mindset, my perception of this person is I know him and, I can get along with him.
But at the end of the day, it came out to where I was telling the truth. And I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, it is what it is. We're going to come down the road where we're going to actually hash it out, do whatever. But that's solely up to the other individual. I'm up for it because at the end of the day, I still hang out with two of the brothers, one of the sisters. So obviously, the perception to them is not there. They're just
it's not the same as this one person.
They're like, dude, he's cool with me. But you know what? I don't harp on it. Everybody's gonna have their own perception. Everybody's gonna have their own insecurities. And it's the question is, are you going to have that? Like,
back to an example to mine. Till this day, you heard the episode, the COVID rant.
Yeah.
Okay. Certain individuals, and I don't know who, went and started telling people, oh, Andres is bashing certain individuals.
Yeah.
To me, it wasn't true. It was confirmed that it wasn't true because somebody higher in the family went and heard it and said, no, this guy's only expressing his feelings, his frustrations.
Yeah. He's
venting. Nowhere on there that he bashed a certain group of individuals. But to me, even though my wife said, just drop it, babe, I'm like, it's not, I don't bring it up, but it makes me, how am I supposed to feel around these individuals knowing that that's what they're saying about my podcast? The perception is that Andres is talking shit about these people. That's what they think of me. To me, again, I use the word fake. It's like they're being fake. Because tell me what I'm doing instead of going around in your guys' little circle and saying. So at first, dude, I was like, man, do I even continue this podcast? Do I want to? And Uncle Roy came up to me. He's like, you better not cancel your podcast. Ricky's like, you better not cancel your podcast. I'm like, well, but
you can't please everybody, man.
Exactly. But the way I see it, though, that was a lie. They went and started a lie.
Yeah.
Someone started a lie about my podcast.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, when people lie about it, and I've learned it because I was lying about it, is either it's their own insecurity,
or the shoe fits.
or the shoe does fit. I send you a clip of people don't like to be amongst people that don't think alike. They like to hang out with people who are the same mindset of them, same comforting, same this. No one's not gonna like to hang out with me because I'm gonna talk some shit.
You're an outsider.
Yeah, I'm an outsider but I will also, because I went down that road of personal accountability, that I will call you out on your shit and I won't be nice about it. Most people want to hear that. All right, cool. We're going to take sides. We're going to do this. The guy's on my side. He sees what I say. So like I said, the people who start shit like that are hiding their own insecurities and how fucked up their life is because they see what that person's doing is better than what they feel. And it sucks because there's no envy amongst people. You shouldn't have any envy amongst people. This is why I don't have social media.
Envy is a sin.
Yeah, this is why I don't have social media anymore, because people create competitions where there's no competitions that don't need to be, because they look at somebody on Instagram, they look at somebody on TikTok, like, why do they have that? Why do they have that? I want to have that. I want to have that.
It's funny you said that, bro, because I did say one day, I told Ricky, I fucking envy you, because he had fucking kid. He's a kid. Ricky, you're a fucking kid, bro. You're not 30 yet, fucker. He's a kid. He's a kid. And he has a house of his own, and he bought a Tesla.
Yeah,
and he's actually the one that my wife is the one that reminded me of Abe. Envy is a sin, and I'm like, well, why can't I have those cool stuff or those cool things? And it's like I've worked my ass off, and but no, man, I give him props. Good for you.
But the thing is, you could have that as well.
But he can't go get his own mountain bike, loser.
But
I'm playing.
I follow this guy, is one of the hardest motherfuckers out there. His name is David Goggins.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks about the everyday grind. And because most people, especially in our line of industry, is once they make a good deal, a good sale, they stop. They plateau. They're like, but I did this, I did that. Look at, I made this sale, I sold this many cases.
Yeah.
And he says a statement is, it's easy for us to be great amongst mediocrity.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on a lot in America and amongst a lot of people is mediocrity. You want to be the best amongst mediocrity. You want to keep striving. When I retire, I'm not looking at retirement anymore because I've listened to him. I see myself. It's not for everybody. When I retire, I'm not going to stop. Like, look at this whole thing. I started this weight. Some say a weight journey. I say, nah, dude. Like, it's not a weight journey. I learned to understand. It took me many years to gain all this weight. It's going to take me many years to get it off.
It's going to take you double the time to get it off.
But I'm not going to stop. Dude, I dropped 65 pounds within 6 months.
Yeah.
And that's why I say you got to keep grinding. You got to keep going.
Yeah.
And in your case, it's more or less they got to stop, bro.
Yeah. The reason why I think I see that's why I can't do radio, bro. Because I always say I think. No, I know why I hate to be called a liar. I know why I hate when people say certain things about me. It all goes back to my childhood.
Yeah.
Oh, Andres did that. Andres did this, or Andres did that. It's funny because there I go saying it's funny. It's not funny, but the day that I kind of caught that was the day that we were pulled into the district. Your son, ma'am, he's missing so much school, and he's gonna fail, and pretty much if he continues to miss school, you're gonna end up getting arrested. The blame all went on me.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean I don't want to go to school? You don't send me to school. And that day, bro, it's like I lost all respect. I'm like 13 years old and I'm losing all respect, because it's like you're supposed to look up to this individual. You're supposed to believe this individual. You're supposed to do, you got to trust this person. And when this person is throwing you under the bus, when it's not even you that needs to be under the bus, but her, it's like, what the fuck? You know, I hate to be called a liar, and it goes back to that day.
Yeah.
Then you have, you know, you leave your baby's mom, and all this false advertisement about you is being said to everybody. Oh, he's a fucking beater. He did this. He did that. At one point, I fucking kidnapped her. It's like, what the fuck? You know, where I have every single one of whatever spouse she had after I left, I had to go check because they're pissed off at me. They hate me for whatever bullshit she told them. And that's why I hate that too, bro. It's like I had to defend myself from not only the bullshit that was created about me from my own mother, but the bullshit that was created about me from my ex, where I have to get a hold of certain people and be like, nah, bullshit. Do you want to see court documents? I'll show you court documents. I'll show you why I have custody of the kids. The Ventura County system will not just give the kids to their mom, to their dad.
Yeah.
They will not take them away from the mother unless the mother happens to be
the state of California is like,
well,
but Ventura County is the worst.
Ventura County is the worst, exactly. So, you know, I'm getting like, you know, just hate text messages, like just like social media, like hate messages. It's like, but I didn't do this shit. You know, that's not. I hate it, bro. I fucking hate it. Until I come to the understanding that, like my brothers, I tried to help them when they were younger, and I was the asshole because, you know, he's trying to take them from me. No, I'm not trying to take them from you. I just said if you need help with them, I don't mind helping with them. And it's like, you know, I one day one of my brothers was only 15 and he comes to my house. I can't do it anymore. Blah 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 blah. This is I'm like, well, you're welcome to stay here. Hey, don't worry about it. He's over here with us.
Yeah.
How is it that the cops get to my house the next fucking day for kidnapping?
Oh wow.
My wife had to go and I'm in Santa Barbara. There's nothing I can do. So there goes my wife driving this kid to the police department because we're being accused of kidnapping him.
This comes back to why I don't get upset and why circles back to the quote you always say. What was that quote you say about somebody's future?
Yeah. Okay. The reason okay, real quick then. I was told one day, oh, you're hanging out with the enemy. And my response was, if it makes sense, when my present becomes your past, I'll consider it my future. Meaning, whatever dirty you did to this person, if you ever do that to me, then I see it from your point of view. Then I see it from what you're trying to say. I get it. But you haven't done anything wrong to me. So I haven't seen it from their point of view.
Okay, so you said that. So the perception that about what triggers you is you're lying, that you're a liar, this. But the thing is, to the people who really know you, the people who hang out with you, know because you never done it to me is lie. So why get angry? Why get upset to where you say the quote all the time when all of us around you that you keep in your circle know this is not ending.
That's not how
and for me, it's kind of like just brush it off, just let it go. See, I don't get mad anymore because I was that. I did do those things, but now I'm just like, that's the perception. That's the perception.
Yeah, I think it bothered me more. It bothered me more because my kids were involved. My kids were hearing this stuff, you know, and I go back to a court document that I received when I was a kid. When I finally got up and left my mom's house, I called my grandmother and I'm like, hey, I spoke about this in one of the episodes. Hey, I want to go find my dad. And she's like, here, well, read this first. All right, cool. So then I remembered all this bad stuff is being said about me to my kids. All right, cool. That's, like you said, why get angry? So then that's when I remembered, wait a minute. Everything's going to come out to the open eventually. The truth will set you free. The truth will come out eventually. Okay, cool. No need to get mad anymore. That's it. I think since we lived out here, bro, I haven't gotten pissed off about something I heard that was said about me. Like I said, maybe like a lie. I would get like, fuck. On my birthday, I was pissed off. But anyways, that's a different story. A whole different podcast. And I always have those court documents, you know, that for the custody battle that I had.
Yeah.
You obviously have Ian as a witness of
Yeah.
the shit I went through. You know, they seen me cry in court. He saw me cry in court. He saw what I went through. So I have him. But I also have those court documents. My boy, man, I think we were out here maybe 2 years in. Nick, he had to have been maybe 12.
Yeah.
He comes up to me, Dad, and he comes up to me and says, Dad, yeah, mijo? And I started crying, bro. I'm like, you know those court documents, Dad? That you carry around that you say they're in the file cabinet? What about them, mijo? I don't want to see them. You're not a fuck. I'm a fuck cry, dude. He goes, you're not a bad person. It fucking killed me, dude. It fucking killed me that this fucking entire time that I'm trying to protect my kids from listening to this bullshit, to getting upset. Like you said, I'm fucking killing years of my life because I'm getting pissed off for some bullshit that was being said about me to my kids. And my kid comes and tells me this.
Yeah, because he doesn't see it.
He doesn't see it. He doesn't see all the bullshit that was said about me. And when you have, you know, I'm fucking throwing her under the bus now, but it's like when you have baby's mama fucking asking me why the fuck don't my kids love me, I'm sorry. You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself. You know, it's like now, you know, Nick is pissed off, dude. Nick is pissed off because they did us wrong. You know, my daughter's graduating high school. There's only 2 tickets. All right, cool. We'll go have dinner. We'll have family photos. You know, this is including the wife. Family photos. We'll get together with dinner, and then obviously, you know, only the parents are gonna go inside, and everything was cool. The moment 4 tickets came on, everything changed, bro. Everything changed. Where I missed my daughter's graduation because, you know, I don't feel comfortable sitting around the people that said all this shit in front of my kids. It's like if I go, I'm being sent to the wolves. Why am I going to go sit next to the person that said bullshit about me? There's a picture on social media of my son pissed the fuck off. And when I asked him, mijo, why? That photo was sent to me. And the caption was, look at how pissed off Nick is. Mijo, why are you so pissed off? Because my grandma was talking so much crap about you and mom, meaning my wife, you and mom, like literally a week after they had my wife at the house, and my wife is talking to them, and my wife is opening up to them, and my wife is trying to give the people the benefit of the doubt. Fuck you. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to be sent and be put next to these fucking people when that wasn't the plan. The plan was for us to go to dinner, go to the graduation, and celebrate our daughter's graduation. Turned out to be like, fuck you. You guys fucking kicked me. You guys fucking kicked me in the balls. That is messed up. No. And the original plan was if we get a 4th ticket, yes, you know, mom's coming, meaning my wife. For them to say, nah, never mind, Charlie. Nah, dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. So Nick was pissed off that he's like, Dad, I'm not giving her a ticket, mijo. We're not even there yet. We're 4 years away. You know, you decide what you want to do with your tickets. But again, we go back to the story. The point of that story is like, why don't my kids hate me, or they don't love me, or they don't want to hug me, or they don't want to? Because you did that to yourself.
Yeah.
You did that to yourself.
Truth always comes out.
So, yes, I learned that. It took me a while after getting mad and pissed off and punching walls and kicking sofas to realize that, yes, the truth eventually will come out. And like I said, file cabinet full of court documents where my kid's like, Dad, I don't want to see those. Because you're not that person that we were always told you were.
Yeah.
So, perception. That felt good, bro.
Yeah.
Just knowing that he said that, like you said, the truth comes out, bro. They see the truth. Like like I always say, actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
So, my actions have spoke louder. And I was pissed off, dude. I was pissed off. Like, dude, and I said it, and Chris, oh hi Chris.
Yeah.
He was like, because I said, fuck that, dude. She's just a snake, just like them. And he checked me. He's like, no, You don't know who's pulling the strings.
No, you don't.
So I was pissed, dude. I was fucking... And for someone, you know, like, hey, don't say that, dude. That's your daughter and blah, blah, blah. I'm like... I needed to hear that while playing Call of Duty to make me realize he's right. We don't know who's pulling the strings. So, it's what it is, dude.
Yeah.
I'll never get that day back.
Well,
It is what it is.
I said my piece about it when you told me.
No, you did. You gave your piece. And at first, you're like, no, you need to go. Fucking go and make them miserable and shit like that by being there. But then I kind of give you more of the story, and you're like, no, fuck that. We'll put We'll put JoJo in a gown.
Yeah, we'll put JoJo in a gown and do a graduation in the front yard, and we'll throw a wig on him.
I told her do it. I told her just the fact that you like she felt you had her back, bro.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, she loves you, bro. She fucking loves you,
I'm
bro.
gonna throw a wig on that guy. He would do it too.
I think he would.
Yeah.
For you know what? For Letty, for my wife, they'll do anything.
Yeah,
They'll do anything, bro.
My first meeting of the monsters was very polite, very good. But now, since they hang out with me more and more, now they're breaking out of their shell. Like, okay, we could be this way.
Yeah.
Like,
look at right now. Nick walked in and fucking no respect for me, dude. No fucking respect.
You're like Rodney Dangerfield. Get no respect here.
But that is our opinion on perception of other people. You can come and tell me horrible things about this one individual, but as long as this one individual hasn't done that to me, I can't. I can't. You know, like I was told hey, you can't trust him. Well, when I'm drinking this coffee by me, I definitely fucking trust him.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Because like always, it's that.
Like I said, I came out here. You know, you were the familiar face, and I was like, "Fuck yeah," you know. And
then Joey Irwin came out as well.
Yeah, he came out here. He came out here for that one.
A crew drive.
The crew drive. Yeah, and when he said Andres, fuck yeah, I'm going with him. So that was fun too. But yeah, dude, I don't take into consideration what people say about others until that person proves that other person right.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, right now, you know, I was proven right with my baby's mom, dude. You know, but
it's a hard pill to swallow.
It hurts, dude. It hurts because that same day, man, I was like, fuck it, man. Let's go. Paul's in town. Fuck it. Maybe he'll ride with me. You know what I mean? I almost called you, bro. And I know you would. But I'm like, no.
I would have left you in the dust, but
no.
I mean, like, can we go a little faster?
No. Nah, just, you know, it's a again, dude, it's a day I'm never gonna get back, but at the same time it's like, fuck it.
You know what? Just look at me. My 21-year-old son, he had a falling out with his mom. His mom did the same thing, bashed the shit out of me, did whatever she had to do. But she wasn't at his graduation from high school. She wasn't at his graduation from boot camp. And she wasn't at his graduation for when he graduated his recon platoon.
I remember Nick's first day of kindergarten, bro. First day of kindergarten, I asked my boss, "Hey, you know, my son's gonna start school. Can I have the day off?" And Walmart's real cool. As long as you say, "I'll come in on a Saturday," they're like, "Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. We'd rather have you here on a Saturday than on a Wednesday." And all right, cool. And okay, it's almost 8:00. My son's not here yet because she has him. Obviously, he's not here yet. And the first thing that came to mind was like, she is not gonna take this day from me. She is not gonna take this day from me. I was fucking pissed, dude. And then they finally showed up kind of late. I was like, oh fuck, because I just took a day off, you know. I took a day off. I think that was the biggest one that pissed me off. I took a day off, and he's not even here. You're gonna take this day from me. I walked out crying, dude. I'm like fucking dude. Like the guys were the biggest babies, dude. We all walked out crying.
It's funny, man. The guys always cry at every moment when it comes with their little kids, especially if it's a little girl, dude.
And when it came for JoJo, I think we already had custody of him, and I was in Santa Barbara. I was new out here, new in whatever Silmar, whatever. So it's too soon to start asking for days off. You can't work on a Saturday, so I can't offer a Saturday. And the wife was there to do that. She took him to his first day of kindergarten.
Yeah. It's but like Polaroid pictures.
Yeah, I got the pictures and shit. But they were both bummed out because Nick's 8th grade graduate promotion, I wasn't there, and then Julian. Yeah. I'm like, I'm not gonna get off in time to go to Julian's when I didn't go to Nick's, so I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to start the whole favoritism bullshit, you know. Yeah. They already do that. They already pulled that shit. I'll tell Nick, you're my favorite firstborn, and he's like, I'm like,
You're always gonna be.
You're my favorite first boy born. You know what I mean? Boy.
Yeah.
And then he's like, Jojo, you're my favorite baby. You know, like, fuck, well, how many kids do you have?
You only got 3, dude.
Layla would tell, you're my favorite daughter. Because I'm your only daughter. Like, you don't know that.
I do know.
But I think we got a little emotional on this one.
Yeah, we did, man.
But thank you for coming, bro.
Yeah, I would say ride with you, but your bike's right there.
The ride's right there, bro. The bike's right there, bro. I'm biked out, dude. I'm tapped out today.
Nah, man. The key to it is keep going.
I will. Probably tomorrow morning get it going a little bit, but start earlier with my little cheapy lights that you were criticizing.
Are you gonna go tomorrow for sure?
Yeah.
All right, then I will stay a little extra and go with you.
When I thought you're leaving on. I thought you're leaving on Saturday.
I'll extend it. If you're gonna go tomorrow,
I need you here at 4 a.m.
Okay, I'll be here at 4 a.m.
and bring some better lights because you were criticizing mine.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then we'll go for a. I'm not gonna go a 30-mile bike ride, bro. I'll go to the dam and back. That's it.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, cool.
Then I'll leave you there, and I'll keep going.
You gotta bring me back, fucker. You gotta come back eventually. Your car's gonna be here.
Okay. No, who says I'm gonna take my car?
That's right. You fucking ride 30 miles. You don't give a shit. All right, then we'll just be here at 4 a.m.
Okay.
Do not like today. Hey, what's your ETA? I'm already outside. Fucking guy. But again, always fun having you here, bro. I know Ricky's gonna be jealous. These guys are who gets on it more. So I think Roy will probably be like, fuck, it's gonna be the Andres and the Flat Tire and Paul podcast now, because that's what he was saying at the wedding. Fucking the Flat Tire Andy and Ricky podcast. So he's gonna have to throw your name in there eventually.
Yeah, he's gonna have to, bro.
But yeah, dude, it's fun again having you here all the time. You're always welcome. Wife and kid love you. So, like I end every podcast, buddy. Thank you for riding with me.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for listening to Ride With Me, the Flat Tire Andy podcast. You can also listen to us on iTunes, Spotify, and Podbean.